Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. Audio descriptive text. This video is an audio description of the Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty Guide. The guide sets out some key information about the area and its history. It contains a map on one side and information on the other. It's normally folded down to 12 separate sides. The recording was produced by Direct Access on behalf of Causeway Coast and Glens Heritage Trust. The Trust is a charity devoted to protecting and enhancing the unique heritage of the Causeway Coast and Glens area. My name is Eilish Mackay. This recording was done on the 13th of March 2021. Contents. 1. A place of national importance. 2. Natural heritage. 3. Designated natural heritage sites. 4. Geology. 5. Flora and fauna. 6. Built heritage. 7. People and places. 8. What to see and do. 9. Leave no trace. 10. Visitor information and our funders. One. A place of national importance. Welcome to the Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. This region has some of the most beautiful and varied scenery in Northern Ireland, from pristine dune systems to dramatic cliffs with alternating layers of black basalt and white limestone. As well as exploring its natural, cultural and built heritage, you will be able to discover the many intriguing geological features that give the Causeway Coast its distinctive character. The special landscapes that make up the Causeway Coast are of national importance, and in 1989 it was recognised as an Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. The award of the Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty is designed to preserve and enhance this wonderful area so that it can be enjoyed by present and future generations. 2. Natural heritage. This video will help you to explore the Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty, which extends for 30 kilometres along the North Antrim coast, from Ballycastle and continuing west to Portrush. The Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty covers some of the most stunning scenery and landscapes in Northern Ireland, including the Giant's Causeway and Causeway Coast World Heritage Site. The eastern fringe of the Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty to the west of Ballycastle is characterised by sheer sea cliffs and rough grassland. Long lines of dry stone walls crisscross this area, built using the loose boulders laid down by the vast ice sheet that covered this entire area 21,000 to 11,500 years ago. Further west is one of Northern Ireland's most popular and nail-biting attractions, the Carrigareed Rope Bridge. Fulmars, spelled Fulmars, Kittiwakes, spelled Kittiwakes, Guillemots, spelled Guillemots, and razorbills breed on the cliffs and islands close to the rope bridge, and on a warm day it's possible to smell them too. The landscape mellows into an important beach dune system at White Park Bay. This spectacular sandy beach forms a white arc between two headlands, with the tiny fishing port of Port Braddon at one end of the beach and the naturally sculpted rocks of Ballintoy Harbour at the other. The dunes, backed by high basalt and limestone cliffs, provide a rich habitat for flora and fauna. Keep an eye out for the fossils in the limestone. Continuing west, a series of small rocky bays and headlands lead on to the Giant's Causeway and Causeway Coast World Heritage Site. The distinctive columns of 5- and 6-sided basalt rock were formed some 60 million years ago when this area experienced intense volcanic activity. Approaching the historic village of Bushmills, the landscape softens around the valley of the River Bush, and the wild coastal landscape gives way to mixed farmland and deciduous woods. The village was designated as a conservation area in 1991 and has over 90 listed buildings, including shops and houses. It's also home to the famous Bushmills distillery, reputed to be the oldest licensed distillery in the world from 1608. Approaching the large seaside town of Portrush, the awe-inspiring site of Dunluce Castle comes into view. It's hard to imagine a more spectacular site for a castle, set high on a rocky promontory jutting out into the Atlantic Ocean, with waves crashing into the cliffs 35 metres below. The castle ruins are breathtaking, and they still convey an immense sense of power. Three, designated natural heritage sites. Although only a compact area of only 42 square kilometres, Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty is home to several important landscapes rich in biodiversity, some of which have been designated to provide recognition and protection. These are World Heritage Site. The Giant's Causeway and Causeway Coast World Heritage Site was designated in 1986 and is the most internationally renowned site in the area of outstanding natural beauty. The UNESCO, spelled UNESCO, World Heritage Site designation recognises the spectacular geology which holds international importance. It is Northern Ireland's only World Heritage Site. The term Special Area of Conservation is applied to animals and plants and habitats of international importance that are under serious threat and that have been given greater protection under European legislation. The North Antrim Coast Special Area of Conservation has been designated because of its important vegetated sea cliffs and Northern Ireland's only population of narrow-mouthed whorl snail. The Skerries and Causeway Marine Special Area has been designated for its underwater sandbank, reef and sea cave habitats and as an important area for harbour porpoise. Special protection areas afford a European level of protection on an area with international importance for breeding, overwintering or migrating birds. Sheep Island, off the coast of Ballintoy, has been granted this status in recognition of its role as a nationally important breeding site for cormorants. The Area of Special Scientific Interest designation provides statutory protection for the best examples of the region's flora, fauna, geological or physiographical features and to sites that make a considerable contribution to the conservation of our most valuable natural places. There are 9 areas of special scientific interest within the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty, including White Rocks, White Park Bay, Runcarry, Giant's Causeway and de Severick, Port Ballantrae, Sheep Island, Carrigareed, Ramore Head and the Skerries, Castle Point. Natural nature reserves are managed specifically to conserve nature and to promote education and research. The Giant's Causeway Nature Reserve is designated for its coastal cliffs, columnar basalt and salt marsh. Four, geology. The Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty comprises of a wide variety of rocks and landscapes. Some of the oldest rocks at Portrush and White Park Bay, for example, date back 135 to 190 million years to the Jurassic period. The distinctive white limestone that can be seen on many cliff faces was laid down around 65 to 135 million years ago in the Cretaceous era. Capping these are the dark, hard, volcanic basalts from 60 to 65 million years ago. These vast lava flows form the Antrim Plateau that stretches from the North Antrim coast to Cave Hill, just north of Belfast, and as far west as Benevena Mountain near Limavady. In fact, there were 3 outpourings of lava known as the lower, middle and upper basalts. In many places, a layer of weathered basalt called laterite, spelled Laterite, marking the boundary between the basalt layers. Red in colour due to its iron content, the presence of laterite indicates there were long periods of inactivity between each outpouring of lava. The world-famous Giant's Causeway site is enjoyed by over 1 million visitors each year. It's made up of some 40,000 vertical or gently inclined columns, the majority of which are 7, 6 or 5-sided, with a few that are 4 or 8-sided. This remarkable natural phenomenon was created when molten basalt cooled and contracted slowly and at an even rate across a large area. This very ordered fracturing in the rock sheet produced the remarkably consistent columns seen at the Giant's Causeway. The Giant's Causeway also has a range of habitats including seashore, marsh and grassland, which support some 50 species of birds and more than 200 plant species. Five, flora and fauna. The Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty contains a diverse range of landscapes and habitats, including islands and sea cliffs, sand dunes, grassland and salt marsh, plus coastal and marine areas and farmed countryside, all of which support a rich and fascinating variety of wildlife on land, sea and air. The turbulent, oxygen-rich coastal waters support many small organisms and fish which attract feeding seabirds, whales, dolphins and porpoises. The common and grey seal can both be seen around the coast, and the huge and harmless basking shark is an occasional summer visitor. It swims slowly, close to the surface, filtering tiny plankton from the water through its enormous wide-open jaws. Other marine life of the Causeway Coast includes sponges, sea squirts, sand eels, crabs, scallops, small fish and sea anemones. Wrasse, pollock, dogfish and conger eel can be found close to the shore along the rocky coast, and if you're very lucky, you may spot an otter. Many seabirds nest on the rugged cliffs and offshore islands of the Causeway Coast, feeding in the rich waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the North Channel. These include fulmars, spelled Fulmars, black guillemots, spelled Guillemots, kittiwakes, razorbills, cormorants and eider ducks. The rocky shores support a wide variety of birds including ringed plover, turnstone, purple sandpiper and oyster catcher. A streak of blue may indicate a colourful kingfisher darting rapidly across the river bush, or watch out for the bobbing brown and white dipper. The Causeway Cliffs are home to peregrine falcons and ravens. The peregrine falcon, the fastest and fiercest bird of these cliffs, hunts other birds, plunging down to snatch them at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. Sand dunes offer one of the toughest environments for plants to survive, yet marram grass thrives in this dry, nutrient-poor and abrasive habitat. Strong yet flexible, it's the anchor that holds the dunes in place, putting down deep roots that bind the loose sand. Marram grass can be weakened when undercut by waves, and too much human trampling can also damage it. Wild thyme, meadow cranesbill and eyebright grow within the dunes, as well as a variety of beautiful orchid species. The rich diversity of wildflowers supports a wide range of insects, including the colourful dark green fritillary butterfly, cinnabar moth and the white-tailed bumblebee. Yellow flowering common gorse, or whin, is commonly found along the exposed cliff tops and provides shelter for small mammals like the pygmy shrew. Northern Ireland's only native reptile, the common lizard, can be spotted on a warm sunny day across the area of outstanding natural beauty. Six, built heritage, castles and commerce. Dunluce Castle is one of the best known historic monuments in Northern Ireland. Its history goes back to the medieval period, and by the 1500s it was held by the MacQuillans. They were forced out in the 1560s by the powerful MacDonald clan under their formidable leader Sorley Boy MacDonald. Recent excavations near the castle have unearthed the lost town of Dunluce. A once prosperous settlement, established around 1607, it was inhabited exclusively by merchants from Scotland. The village was burned to the ground in 1641, but what remains is amongst the best preserved 17th century archaeology in Ireland. Dunseverick Castle is set on a windswept promontory with a history that goes back to the 5th century, and it has changed ownership and been rebuilt many times down the years. None other than St Patrick himself visited it on several occasions, and in 870 it was attacked by Vikings. Destroyed by English forces in 1641, it has been in ruins ever since. The name Bushmills is synonymous with the old Bushmills distillery and Ishgabaha, Irish for water of life, meaning whisky. Whisky has been produced here since a royal licence was granted in 1608. The River Bush runs through the centre of Bushmills. Mills once lined its banks and were used to make products such as corn, flax, spades, and of course whisky. Guided tours of the old Bushmills distillery reveal the 400-year-old secret of the water of life, with a chance to sample a dram of the finest Irish whisky. Ballintoy is best known for its picturesque harbour, built with massive limestone blocks, and for its white church, a landmark along the Causeway coastal route. The harbour was once the centre of a thriving fishing industry, and in the 19th century, thousands of tons of cobblestones were shipped from here to pave the streets of Dublin, Belfast and Glasgow. The same limestone that built the harbour walls was burned in 2 huge lime kilns. Mixed with sand and water, the resulting ash formed a lime mortar which still holds together many of the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty's older buildings. Kinbean's ruined castle sits in a narrow limestone promontory in a strikingly beautiful location, looking out towards Rathlin Island and beyond that to Scotland. The square tower of the castle is all that remains. According to tradition, it was built in the 1540s by Colin MacDonald, the brother of Sorley Boy MacDonald. There's a story that a group of besieging English soldiers were once trapped and massacred in the cave under the castle, which is still known as the Hollow of the English. Seven, people and places. There is a long history of settlement in the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty. At White Park Bay, evidence of man dates back to the Neolithic period of around 4000 to 2500 BC. These consist of a small circular cairn about 11 metres in diameter, 3 passage mounds and other finds. The area also has long-standing connections with Scotland. As early as the 5th to 7th centuries, this area lay within the ancient kingdom of Dalriada, spelled D-A-L, then R-I-A-D-A. Centred around the west coast of Scotland, it included most of the north coast of County Antrim. Settled by lowland Scots Presbyterians throughout the 17th century, the Scottish influence is still evident in language, place names, music and dance. The Girona was a large merchant galley of the 1588 Spanish Armada. Having fled from Sir Walter Raleigh's fleet in the English Channel, she made her way north to escape bad weather. Sailing along the North Antrim coast, the ship floundered off Lacada Point near the Giant's Causeway. 1,300 lives were lost, including members of the Spanish aristocracy. There were only 9 survivors. Sorley Boy MacDonald, living in the nearby Dunluce Castle, quickly recovered 3 brass cannons and 2 chests of treasure from the wreck. The cannons can still be seen at Dunluce Castle, and many of the lost souls are buried in the St Cuthbert's Church opposite Dunluce. The wreck of the Girona was discovered on the seabed in 1967, and many of the items recovered are held as part of a permanent exhibit at the Ulster Museum in Belfast. This includes a beautiful salamander gold pendant set with rubies. The wreck site was designated under the Protection of Wrecks Act on 22nd of April 1993. Tall Tales of the Giant's Causeway legend has it that the Irish giant Finn McCool built the causeway to walk to Scotland to fight his rival Benandonner, spelled Benandonner, but fell asleep before he got to Scotland. When he did not arrive, the much larger giant Benandonner crossed the causeway looking for him. To protect Finn, his wife Una, spelled Oonagh, laid a blanket over him and pretended that he was their baby son. When Benandonner saw the size of the infant, he assumed that Finn must be gigantic indeed and fled home in terror, ripping up the causeway in case he was followed by Finn. 8. What to see and do. The Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty is packed with wonderful sights to see and amazing things to do. Here are just some of the places and activities you can enjoy when you're out and about. Take a hike. Engage firsthand with the wonderful coastline and enjoy its unique natural beauty by following the Causeway Coastway. Go castle hunting. Step back in time at the deeply atmospheric castles of the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty. Kinbean, Dunseverick and of course Dunluce. The Giant's Causeway. The modern visitor centre brings the whole causeway experience to life through engaging interpretation and interactive displays. Carrick-a-Reid. Test your nerve on this nerve-tingling rope bridge. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it is worth it for the stunning views of the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty coastline. Search for birds, bees and butterflies in the area's many sand dune systems. Go looking for fossils among the limestone outcrops at White Park Bay, remembering to leave what you find. Try something new. Surfing, fishing, photography, coasteering, horse riding, kayaking and many other opportunities. How to get there. The Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty is situated on Northern Ireland's north coast, and Belfast International, George Best Belfast City and City of Derry airports are all within 1 hour's drive. Ferry access is available to Larne and Belfast from Scotland, and again the Causeway Coast AONB is within 1 hour's drive. Ferry access is also available from Greencastle, County Donegal to Magilligan, which is less than half an hour's drive from the Causeway Coast area of outstanding natural beauty. Portrush and Coleraine are both part of the Northern Ireland Rail Network. By road, it is recommended that visitors approach the area of outstanding natural beauty from either the east or west using the scenic A2 Causeway coastal route. Within the AONB, TransLink offer the excellent Causeway Rambler bus service, and in summer there's a regular bus service between Larne and Portrush which follows the Causeway coastal route. Cyclists can use the Sustrans National Cycle Network, Route 93, which passes through the western half of the area of outstanding natural beauty, whilst walkers can enjoy the waymarked trail of the Causeway Coastway across the entire area. Leave no trace. In order to minimise your social and environmental impacts on the outdoors, please follow the principles of Leave No Trace. Leave No Trace is an outdoor ethics educational programme designed to promote and inspire responsible outdoor recreation through education, research and partnerships. Causeway Coast and Glens Heritage Trust supports the 7 principles of Leave No Trace. 1. Plan ahead and prepare. 2. Be considerate of others. 3. Respect farm animals and wildlife. 4. Travel and camp on durable ground, only in designated camping areas. 5. Leave what you find. 6. Dispose of waste properly. 7. Minimise the effects of fire. For more information, please visit www.leavenotraceireland.org. Practicing a Leave No Trace ethic is very simple. Make it hard for others to see or hear you and leave no trace of your visit. 10. visitor information and our funders. For visitor information, go to discovernorthernireland.com. This video is part of Causeway, Coast and Glens Heritage Trust's ongoing work to promote the special qualities and heritage of our protected landscapes. The publication and further information can be found at ccght.org. Follow us on Facebook at Causeway, Coast and Glens Heritage Trust or Twitter at ccght. The following logos are on the screen. Causeway, Coast and Glens Heritage Trust in red with two ferns. Antrim Coast and Glens Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty logo illustrating cliffs by the sea. Benevena Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty logo featuring a building on a cliff face. Causeway Coast Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty logo featuring a duck on the coast. We're grateful to our funders who are Department of Agriculture, Environment and Rural Affairs logo, Northern Ireland Environment Agency logo with the E illustrating land, sky and sea, Causeway, Coast and Glens Borough Council logo, Mid and East Antrim Borough Council logo, Tourism Northern Ireland logo with a red and white shamrock on a green background. A special thanks for supporting these videos to Department for Communities logo in English, Irish and Ulster Scots, Heritage Fund logo illustrating fingers crossed. This marks the end of this recording. Thank you.